Welcome to Michigan's WW1 Centennial News Report. I'm Dennis Skupinski. Today's show for November 2012 is a special Veterans Day show. It's titled Save the Flags, named after a program that the Michigan Historical Museum has to preserve Michigan's battle flags. Some of these flags are dating back from the Civil War. The flags we're going to be looking at today are from the First World War.
Get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, go today. Make your daddy glad to have had such a lad. Tell your sweetheart not to pine, to be proud her boys in line. Over there, send the word over there.
On November 11th, 1918, the armistice was signed, ending the First World War. During the spring of 1919, soldiers started coming home to parades and ceremonies. One ceremony in front of the Michigan Central Rail Station in Detroit, Michigan, was where the 16th Engineers received the regimental colors. William P. Livingstone presented the colors to Colonel Harry Burgess. This photograph was taken on May 6, 1919. The colors of the 16th Regiment of Engineers remained in the city of Detroit at VFW Post 582 until September 10, 1955. That's when, at a ceremony in the state capitol, they were transferred to the state of Michigan. They remained on display in the state capitol until the summer of 1991, when the state capitol was being remodeled. During the restoration of the state capitol, it was thought the biggest problem would be to protect the flags, some of them almost 125 years old, from accidental damage. But they soon discovered a much bigger problem. The flags were being destroyed because of their age and the way they were displayed. In order to save the flags, a volunteer group was formed, the Michigan Capitol Battle Flags Task Force. Their job was to preserve the flags. After doing some research, they decided the best way to do this was to house them in an environmentally controlled room, which is now at the Michigan Historical Museum in Lansing. In order so that the public can see some of these flags, a special area of the museum is being reconstructed with a special viewing window so visitors can see one of the flags. The museum has flags from the Civil War, Spanish-American War, and also the First World War. This is what the area is going to look like when it's open to the public in a few months. Save the Flags is an organization that is dedicated to saving Michigan's battle flags. For a long time, I was wondering what ever became of the 16th Engineers colors. Finally, in an article in the Pick and Shovel, I saw a photograph and also the dedication date of September 10, 1955. From there, I contacted the Capitol building and was told that it was no longer housed in the state capitol, but it was transferred to the Michigan Historical Museum and was given the name of Matt Van Acker.
I'm Matt Van Acker, and I direct the tour service at the Michigan State Capitol, and also am fortunate enough to co-chair our project along with Kerry Chartkoff to preserve and research our Michigan Capitol battle flag collection. This is our flag storage, archival storage unit at the Michigan State Historical Museum in Lansing. I mentioned we have 240 battle flags in this storage area. 160 are Civil War. Those flags came into the state's collection in 1866. There was a ceremony about a year after the end of the Civil War in Detroit. It took place on the Campus Martius, where the returning regiments were requested to bring their battle flags back to the care of the state of Michigan. So most of the Civil War flags came into the collection at that time, and then after the Spanish-American War and after World War I, the Michigan regiments that participated in those wars also brought their flags back to the state of Michigan. Originally, the flags were housed in the Michigan State Capitol, the Civil War battle flags in the rotunda of the building, right in the direct center of the Capitol. And then the Spanish-American War, World War I flags, special cases were built for those flags in the east hallway on the first floor of the building. The flags stayed there right up till when our Capitol was restored from 1989 to 1992. And the original goal was to protect the flags during the restoration of the Capitol, to make sure they weren't damaged by any of that project. We started evaluating the collection, though, and realized that we were in real danger of losing the flags entirely if they were not removed from the Capitol. The flags were literally starting to fall apart. Bits and pieces of flags lying on the bottoms of the cases. Even worse than that, red, white, and blue powder, which is the last stage in the disintegration of silk. And most of the flags were made of silk. It was a lightweight but very durable, material. Not to mention the fact that for years the designated smoking area in the Capitol was the rotunda, right where the battle flags were kept. So all of these factors contributed to their deterioration. We hired a textile conservator, a nationally known textile conservator, to come in and evaluate the flags. Based on her recommendation and a group of volunteers that came together to form Save the Flags, which included staff from the State Historical Museum, legislative staff, reenactors, historians, state employees. Based on the recommendation to Save the Flags, that the flags were taken out of the Capitol and brought over to this state-of-the-art archival storage unit. In this space, we can control environmental factors. We can keep the temperature at a constant rate. Humidity is controlled. Each of the flags were taken off their original staffs and placed on acid-free pallets called Tycor. Each flag is covered with acid-free paper to protect it from any ambient particles in the room. This is a filtered environment. Light can damage flags, so normally the lights are off in the storage unit unless we're actually in, doing research or filming videos or, in with guests to see the collection. We're committed to keeping the collection accessible, and we encourage the people of the state to contact Save the Flags through the state capitol or through the State Historical Museum. We have brought descendants of men who actually fought, in some cases died, beneath these flags, into our storage unit. Researchers and reenactors that reenact some of these regimental groups, and it's really important to us that the collection remain accessible. If you're not able to schedule an appointment to see the collection, you can actually come to the museum, and we always have at least one flag on display in a special viewing window that we've cut into the storage area, so people can still see at least one of our battle flags. It's truly an amazing collection, and I feel honored to be a part of the project. This particular flag that we're looking at now was carried by the men who were part of the 16th Engineers Regiment from Michigan, World War I.
Let's take a closer look at the 16th Regiment of Engineers colors. First, we see the American flag that was given to the regiment. Below it is a battle ribbon with the battles in which it participated in. And finally, the cord for the Corps of Engineers. This is the shaft on which the 16th Regimental colors hung. At the top of the shaft was an American eagle. As you can tell, all these items are tagged. Now we come to the ribbons, which are around the mid part of the shaft, and it also has the battles in which the 16th Engineers participated in. This is the flag of the 32nd Infantry Division, known as the Red Arrows, made up of Michigan and Wisconsin National Guardsmen. At the end of the show, we will run through all the flags that are in the Michigan Historical Museum's collection. This flag is the 125th Infantry, along with its colors and the Croix de Guerre, which was given to it by the French government. And thank you for watching Michigan's WW1 Centennial News Report. And remember, we're on Facebook and LinkedIn.